Hi there, welcome back. This is another video. This is another miniature from Artisan Guild, their depth tied Jurakin. As you can see, this has been undercoated in the dark green, same as the other Jurakin model that I made. It does take a couple of coats because it is quite a thin paint, so a couple of coats to get a nice even thick colour base down on the figure. So this lighter green I've pasted on the model just on the top parts. Any deep recesses I've left in the original green. That way you get a natural highlight and a natural deep colour in the shadows. This figure has been mounted on just on a cocktail stick because I find it easier to paint than to glue it down onto a base and then try and put the base into a miniature holder. It's just far easier to be able to get into all the undersides when it's on the cocktail stick. The cocktail stick, even though you super glue it, you can just snap it off. It doesn't damage the model, it doesn't even damage the cocktail stick. This model was printed on the Anycubic Photon at a 0.05 layer height, just using normal resin, not the eco resin, and it was about 6 hours print time. As you can see, I've now gone over the model with a lighter green. So this is the third shade of green now, strictly only staying to the very top highlights of the model. The teeth, the eyeballs and the light coming out of its forehead have all been painted in an off-white. I've now gone over and painted the fins. I've done 2 coats of the yellow on the fins just to give it a nice bright yellow. I've also done the wrist guards in gold, a pale gold, just so that it fits the other model that I did. I've done the belt in the brown, also the skull on the belt as well, and I've also done the kelp or seaweed cloth at the front. I've finished the shell with the stippling as well, so that all it needs now is shading. Now I've gone over the gills. I've done them in like a pinky red kind of colour. I've also finished all of the fins, like on his head. I've done the earring as well. I've done the highlighting on the seaweed cloth, and I've also started to paint the light out of his forehead. I've given it different shades of yellow, some darker at the back and then lighter at the front. This has now had all of the shading, the green shading done over the whole of the body. I've finished the fins, both coats on the wrists and on the head and on the ears. I've also painted the eyeballs as well, which they were white, and then I put like an orangey red colour and then a grey in the pupil and then a little white dot for the reflection on the eye. I've also gone through and redone the shading on the light out of his forehead, and I've also done some of the shading on the belt as well. I've also highlighted the gills, giving them like a pinky white colour for a highlight so they stand out more. This I've now gone over the barnacles. The barnacles I've used an off-white just because if you use a normal white it's too bright. I've also highlighted the fins as well with a yellow, a lighter yellow, so any highlighting from it catches the areas on the fins that are up to the light, just to give it a bit more depth. This is the finished model now on the base. I've shaded the barnacles. I've also done the weapon in like a pinky kind of coral and highlighted it and also dark shaded it. What I've also done is used a yellow wash over part of the head and some of the weapon so that it gives the effect that the light on his forehead is actually shining. You can see that part of the head has the light, part of it doesn't. This is now finished. I've also shaded the skull on the belt, shaded the barnacles so the shade goes inside the barnacles to give it a more realistic effect. The base has also been painted and shaded as well. This is all now finished to go with the other one. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Leave some comments below, any suggestions you want or anything you want me to cover, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe and hit the bell to get any notifications of new videos. Thank you.